Hey everyone, it's Lori McGuire with RE/MAX McGuire team in South Orange County, California. I wanted to wish you all a happy day, and it's beautiful out here. I'm actually on my hike late. I started early, but you could probably see I'm a little bit nervous because, not from doing this video, but I went off-roading, I guess that's what you call it. I went on this trail that said, do not, it's not a public trail. It said, no trespassing. And you know me, if it says no trespassing, I'm going to go on it, even though it's not a private trail. It's actually close to the public. And so I was wondering in the back of my mind the whole time I was doing it, oh my gosh, are there mountain lions? Are there, were there attacks out here? But it's an amazing trail. I just discovered it's the first time I've been on it. But I realized, because I've fallen a few times, hi everyone, fallen a few times, scraped my arms and everything, that I really need my hiking poles. But I'm going to show you the trail. It's so exciting. I am going to go on it again, even though I'm not supposed to be. But I'm going to bring my hiking poles because I think it connects me all the way over to the other part of Laguna Beach. So let me show it to you. And then those who live here in South Orange County, you may know of this trail. If not, I just IM me, and then I'll tell you where it's at, but it's hidden. No one's here, so it's incredible. So I'm going to turn the camera around and hold on, but I just want to say hi to Rick and Michelle, and thanks for catching me here. But let me turn the camera around. Okay, so you'll see the bushes first of all, because I'm in the middle of the thick here. Okay, so here is the ocean. That's Laguna Beach. You'll see my dog, Juno, right there. That's how steep it is, but it kind of levels off, I see, over here. And then the trail goes all the way up, and that's going all the way up to Laguna Beach as well. So that right down there is Laguna Beach, where Pacific Coast Highway is. And then as we head up this way, you're going towards North Laguna Beach, and that's where the Montage Hotel and North Laguna goes that way. So I'm thinking I'm going to be heading towards Top of the World up here, and I could literally be on this trail for days, and I've never even gone on it. So I'm really excited, but I definitely need my hiking poles because, as you can see, it's really steep. So anyway, I'll turn this back around, but I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I was just a little bit, okay, there we go. A little bit nervous, oh gosh, I almost fell. Anyway, a little bit nervous just because it was really steep and I fell a few times because even though I'm wearing my hiking shoes, oh Juno, come over here, honey. Juno, come now. When I go hiking in like areas like Mount Baldy or in Big Bear, I always have hiking poles, and because it's steep. So now the sun is coming out, and if you're not in California right now, I'll try to turn around a little bit. Okay, if you're not in California, you're not experiencing the heat wave maybe in Orange County. We have this incredible heat wave, and I'm sorry I keep looking down. I just have to watch my step. And Juno, you're staying down here. Let me turn this around and get her. Okay, Juno, come now. Come on. Come on, I just have to get my dog, and then I'll be able to, I'm so sorry I'm doing this to you guys here. Come here, come on Juno, come on, let's go. Come on, good girl, good girl, good girl. At least she does mind me. Even though she's a racing dog, she does mind me because she could go 30 miles an hour. Come on, Juno, come on. Hey Steve, long time no see. Okay, okay, Michael, good to hear from you. Okay, so let me turn this around again. Oh gosh, on my FaceTime live videos, you never know what's going to happen. Nothing is planned. And I never wear makeup, I don't care. But anyway, okay, so I thought today I would talk about, my real estate topic is taking contingent offers for a seller. What are the advantages? Because I've spoken about it as a buyer, because we have a lot of buyers who say, oh gosh, we fell in love with this home, but we have to sell our home and we want to make an offer on it. And I've said, well, there's disadvantages to that one because you generally, most sellers won't accept contingent offers. And if they do, they'll only accept it at full price, so that's a challenge. But, if a buyer really, really loves that home and they're really afraid of losing it, then by all means do that. I don't want to get in the way of a sale, and I don't ever want to be the realtor that says it can't be done. I always just recommend, let's get your home on the market right away and let's sell it, at least show it's in escrow, because we can sell properties within a few days out here because the market is so strong, and generally it works out that way. But there is that chance that the other property could sell in the meantime. So anyway, on the other route, okay, we've had sellers that get contingent offers upon a home needing to be sold. Okay, most of the time I say it's not a good idea, especially if the home just came on the market, obviously, and it's a strong market out here. The time when I think it might be a good idea is when the home has been on the market a long time, and let's just say we're going into the holidays, and the sellers are considering taking it off the market anyway, because to show that you have not been on the market, to wipe out days on market, you need to be off the market for 91 days. So many sellers elect to go off the market for 90 days. Well, it's roughly 90 days, and then they return back on the market next year. So then they're not showing a combined days on market, like 300 days or anything like that. So if you're considering doing then it makes sense if a contingent offer comes in. Because you literally have to post it in the MLS as under contract. It's like a contingent sell, and you're not going to get showings usually with that. So in that case, I generally would recommend that just take the home off the market when the offer comes in, because if it doesn't work out, at least you're still not having your days tick away, and you're able to fall back on that plan of being off the market for 91 days. So it's worked out where I had one situation. It was in Ladera Ranch, and it was about a year ago. It was on Scotch Pine, and my clients were going to take their home off the market for the holidays, and we got an offer literally right when we were discussing it. And when it's a contingent offer, I tell my sellers only accept full price, because you're doing them a favor, the buyers a favor, by accepting the contingent offer. And limit the contingency to a certain amount of time. So limit it to 2 weeks, or at the most a month that they have to sell their property. You don't want it to go on and on and on. And my sellers were fine. We were going to take it off the market anyway, and they were happy with a full price offer. Well, it so happens that they sold their home full price, and the buyer sold their property within a few days. So it worked out so beautifully, and my sellers were able to, get their dream home, and they're thrilled. So that situation, it does work out well. If you've been on the market a long time, you finally get an offer and it's contingent, and it's really important that your agent looks at the comparables for the home that buyer is selling, and can see that it's well priced and that it's sellable, and can see pictures and everything, and limit the time, of course, for the contingency. And there's different ways to accept a contingent offer. One is that you provide them with if you accept another offer during that time, that they have 72 hours. We could fill in a certain amount of time frame, first right of refusal. So, generally a seller would love 24 hours first right of refusal, and I'll explain all that. A buyer would want 72 hours. So that means if you accept another offer in the meantime, you're thereby giving them notice that they have 24 hours to remove that sell contingency, or up to maybe 72 hours. That is another option if you don't want to take your home off the market. But just remember, there's MLS rules. At least here in Orange County, we have MLS rules. It cannot stay active on the market. So it goes under like a contingency part. It's like under contract still, but it's contingent. So you're not going to get the showings anyway. So I would just say, limit the amount of time, maybe give the buyer a couple weeks to sell their property, give them that little breathing room, especially during the holidays. So I generally don't like contingent offers. It's totally fine though if the contingent offer is, if they're in escrow. If they're in escrow, most of the properties, I'd say maybe not most, but I'd say 35% of all of our properties offers that come in, a property is an escrow, or maybe 30%, I'd say. So it's subject to their home closing. And so what we have to look at is in the counteroffer, we always say, you know, subject to reviewing the escrow instructions, or we want to see that up front even before we accept. If there's other offers, by all means, we want to do that. And if there's other offers, I always look at the other offers more seriously than one that is contingent upon a home's closing escrow. But you have to keep in mind that many of these properties, their contingencies on the other hand may have already closed out, may have already been lifted. So it's as if, you know, they're really strong because they're almost non-contingent on that side. It's just contingent upon getting the contingencies removed on this property that you're selling. So there's different ways to look at it, because I've had so many sellers say, oh no, you know, they have their home in escrow, we can't move forward with them. And I said, no, that's very normal. Just like when you're selling, you're going to be making offers on other properties, and you're going to want to make sure it's subject to you closing your escrow. But we want to make sure we get the contingencies rolling right away, and make sure you time your contingency dates properly so that you remove the contingencies on your present home first that you're selling before, or actually on the home that you're buying. Wait, okay, let me just make sure I get this right, because I've been hiking for a couple hours. So when you're purchasing your next home, yeah, you want to remove the contingencies on the home that you're selling, so you know everything is good, and then remove the contingencies on the home that you're buying, because then you know your money is rock solid. So, but it's still subject to the successful closing. So it's all good. So there's a lot of things to come into play. I've had some situations where it's contingent upon a home selling, and then that buyer, I found out, that's why you have to look at their escrow instructions, that buyer had a contingency of their home closing escrow too. So it can be a domino effect. So you really want to double check. And I don't like domino effects at all, because there's too many chances of it going awry. So I hope that helps. And if you have any questions, even if you're in any part of the country, and just feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to help in any way. And of course, I'm here in South Orange County, California, and I have a wonderful team. And gosh, I always do a personal tip of the day. And I'm not very consistent. I'm not doing this every day, of course. But my personal tip of the day, I'm really close to my mom. The people who see these videos all the time, they know I'm really close to my mom. And my mom and I kind of had a little falling out for about a week, and I was really surprised. It just came out of nowhere. You know, I was at her house, and you know, I just had mentioned something because I was in a rush. I'm always on the phone, real estate, and you know, trying to do this and that, and then you know, coming to her house, and sometimes I'm in such a rush to drop things off to her and everything. And then she just said, you know, we need space. And I just said, what? Why do we need space? And I was very surprised. And she said, we just don't have quality time. And I just went, I'm so sorry, Mom. I'll, you know, do whatever it takes, you know. And we took space for about a week, and I needed that to reflect. Because I was hurt too, because I thought, oh my gosh, I do all these things, you know, for my mom, I'm here, and da-da-da-da-da, you know. So I was looking at my side, but then I had to take that space to look at my mom's side. Because my mom, you know, she just wants quality time with me. She doesn't want me to be rushing in and out and, you know, coming to her house, and then I'm on the phone the whole time. That's not quality time. And I'm sure people that, you know, you that have children, spouses, I'm sure your loved ones probably feel the same way. And it took me a while to realize that. So she still wanted quality time, but I wouldn't give it to her. So I'm not quality time, not space apart. That's what I meant. So my personal assistant takes her to doctor's appointments and all that. So I told my personal assistant on Tuesday, even though I'm really crazy busy this week, because we have our Halloween spooktacular that we throw once a year, and it's like 1,000 people that attend it. But I thought, no, my mom is more important. I'm going to take care of this, but I'm going to surprise my mom. So I told my personal assistant, I said, don't tell my mom that I'm showing up. I'm going to take her to her doctor's appointments, and I'm going to just spend quality time with her. So go figure, I'm 10 minutes late. And so my mom is calling Janice, you know, going, where are you, Janice? Where are you, Janice? And I could tell, you know, I guess Janice is calling me saying, I don't know what to do. She keeps asking me where I'm at. And, you know, she's like telling my mom, oh, I'm around the corner. I'm around the corner. And then here I finally show up. And my mom's already in her car. You know, I could tell she's a little bit irked. And I pull up and I said, hi, Mom, I'm taking you to your doctor's appointments. And she's like, oh my gosh, oh, hi, Lori. And then I could tell she felt good and everything. So we spent the day together, and I put my phone on silence. So I put my phone on silence. I had it on vibration mode in my pocket, and I purposely did not call people when I was with her. But I snuck into the bathroom at the hospital and everything, and I was doing conference calls with my manager. I was getting in as much as I could. When we went grocery shopping for my mom, I told her to sit down, you know, and I would do all the grocery shopping, and I did conference call after conference call after conference call. But I made sure that my time with my mom was really valuable. And you know what? That did a lot for me, not just for my mom. It did a lot for me because I really enjoyed it. So I guess, you know, what I learned from this whole thing is I'm going to spend quality time with my mom, and I'm going to treat her like I treat my clients. And whenever I go on an appointment, I don't turn off my phone because sometimes I need to use the financial, the HP calculator and stuff like that on my phone. But I turn the ringer off always. I turn on silence, and I'm going to show my mom or my family members, or, you know, if I'm out with a friend for a short amount of time, I'm going to show them the same respect I would to a client. And I might have to limit it to an hour at a time. And I even talked to my mom about that. I said, Mom, I might have to limit it to short, like 30 minutes at a time, where you'll have my undivided attention. And then I'm going to have to check my messages because, as you know, business is really busy. But I will give you that undivided attention. And you know what? She was so thrilled, so happy. And I think it's just about communication. So I feel much better because my mom means the world to me, and it was really bothering me that I felt like I hurt her a lot, and we just needed to have that dialogue going. So even though you could be doing so much for your family, you think, because, oh, I'm providing for them, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing their shopping, you know, I hired a personal assistant to help my mom, I did this and that. You know, that's not what they want. They want your undivided attention, I think. At least that's what my mom wanted. So, and I really want to spend this quality time with her too. So anyway, everyone have a wonderful day. It's so beautiful. It's going to be hot, I'm sure. And I guess what I want you to take away from this is show whoever is important in your life how much you care about them. By turning off your phone, or not turning it off, but just turning it on silence, treating them like one of your clients, you know, treating them like an appointment that you're going on. Or if you're going to the gym, do you have your phone in your car? And just do it for like an hour at a time. Not, you know, for a half a day or anything, an hour at a time. So that's it. Thank you, everyone, for all of your support, and I look forward to talking to you soon. And download my real estate app by texting McGuire, McGuire, to 90407. And that's the McGuire Team Real Estate app. And anyway, I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.